From Wish TV, your local news source, this is the Golden Apple Grand Finale Special.
Thank you for joining us, everybody, for our Golden Apple Grand Finale. I'm Brenna Donnelly. All year, Wish TV and Bailey and Wood have been honoring some of Central Indiana's top teachers nominated by students and their families for the incredible work that they do. Each teacher won the Golden Apple and $500. Tonight, one will get another $1,000 as our grand prize winner. So we want to reintroduce you to all of our winners this year, starting with the teachers who teach what they love, and that passion changes students' lives. How do you teach and inspire 6-year-olds?
She's wonderful. She's full of energy.
I mean, I was devastated when I had to leave her class.
Butterfly queen, master gardener, animal lover.
You get from excuses of I don't feel good, I don't want to go to school, to now there's excuses to go to school.
Knock, knock. You're Mrs. Hasey Concombe?
I am Hasey Concombe, yes.
Come up here with me. We're from Wish TV.
Yes.
And you have won our October Golden Apple Award.
Oh, yay!
Can you believe it? We want to show you a video that they made all about you.
Great.
Can you handle it?
Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. I'm not going to cry. Don't make me cry.
She was just so welcoming. I love her.
The difference that I've seen in him in just a few short months, I can't wait to see where he's at the end of the year.
I just want to say thank you, because I would have never been where I am right now if it wasn't for her.
Teaching is not easy. There's a lot of things that are stacked against us in situations, but you've got to remember the reason we're here for the kids, and we are going to make those children's lives better.
Always drawing, just always drawing. She'll just look at something, freestyle, and she could just draw it. She'd go teach anywhere, but she wants to stay in IPS because that's how she came up through IPS.
She's chosen to stay. Somebody like her can really talk to students about the impact that this can have on your life.
She's not an art therapist, but she does art therapy when the kids come to her.
She inspired me to like draw.
Surprise!
Hi! Come on, oh my God.
You must be Miss Brandy Tizia.
Yeah.
You have won the Wish TV Golden Apple Award for being a fantastic teacher.
Thank you for what you do for the kids. It's really inspiring.
Inspired me to like draw.
Tell everybody I said that she's one of my favorite people in the building.
Randy Tizia, you are a wonderful, wonderful art teacher and a human being.
Keep doing a great job. Keep working hard. We're proud of you. Blessings to you.
I just do it because I am them. I just want to help kids. That's all I want to do. And I love art, and it makes me happy.
I'm really excited.
I think that he deserves it because he is so inspirational.
Mr. Shawn Gilliland has a unique job. He's the choir director at Eastern Hancock, not just high school, but all 12 grades.
He had surgery on his throat, right next to his vocal cords. But I think he loves singing, that he's not going to quit. He's not going to let cancer stop him.
You have won our Golden Apple Award.
And I did what to deserve such an honor?
To me, Mr. G is so much more than just a choir teacher. He is hands down the most devoted and strongest person I know.
He's always taught me to believe in myself and never get down on myself.
He just made me feel like so welcomed and happy.
He's just amazing.
And you're really happy when they succeed, because you think deep down, maybe a little bit, you might have had an impact. And I think that's every teacher's dream.
And of course, we brought the singing sensation back to our studios today. Shawn Gilliland, so glad to have you here today.
Thank you.
How have you been since the surprise last year?
Well, up until about 3 weeks ago, I had surgery again. I've lost about 10 pounds, so I'm happy to be out and about again.
Wow. As one of Central Indiana's top teachers, and as we look forward into that unknown next school year, what advice would you have to share with them?
Teachers have been asked throughout the eons, at least the last few decades, we're always asked to adjust on the fly. How can you adapt? How can you make this work? And I think this is just going to be a bigger puzzle than we've had in the past. But teachers have been resilient. It hasn't always been what we've wanted to do, hasn't necessarily been something we've been happy to do, but teachers will adapt and education will go forward in some form or another. There's just no doubt, because that's what teachers do. We adapt and we make it work.
And you'll be back next school year?
I certainly hope so.
Well, congratulations again on the award, and I'm glad to hear you're feeling better health-wise.
Thank you.
We certainly hope that you continue to recover and have a great summer and rest of your school.
Appreciate it.
Thanks again for coming in.
You're welcome.
The job of teaching doesn't end when the students go home for the day. Meet the teachers helping their students outside the classroom. Next on our Golden Apple Grand Finale special. You're watching Wish TV, Indiana's only statewide TV news network.
Welcome back to our Golden Apple Grand Finale special as we honor some of the top teachers in Central Indiana. A teacher's job doesn't end when the final bell rings in the afternoon, and they care more than about just the final report card, as these teachers prove.
Christina's very thoughtful.
She's so kind, and
she's pretty amazing.
She sees children when they first enter school and saw that some kiddos were coming to school with emotions that just didn't fit school. Sometimes they came to school hungry. Sometimes they didn't want to go home on a Friday.
Whenever she's at field for school, the only payment she wants for that is to see the smiling faces of the kids she's feeding.
Hi there. Can we interrupt your class for a moment?
Please.
Have you ever heard of the Golden Apple Award?
I have.
And you are our winner.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for what you do every day with the kids, and we're so honored to present this to you.
I'm so surprised.
You get excited by her passion.
When she wants something, she goes after it. It's hard to get in her way.
I don't think that she sleeps ever.
Out of her determination, Fueled for School became a nonprofit.
You have a reason you're here, and you're fulfilling that, so don't stop.
To know that I've made an impact on somebody's life, it is truly great honors.
She's like a second mom to us, and we're her kids. It just makes me a proud principal. My husband and I are recovering alcoholics and addicts. Alexandra had never passed any state standardized testing. She was held back. Alexandra passed the I-STEP, and she gave it the biggest hug. It was actually the most amazing thing in my whole entire life.
So we're going to totally interrupt math class. Knock, knock.
Hi.
Hi. You have won the Wish TV Golden Apple Award.
Oh And then we also have a $500 check for you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Just to say thanks.
Oh, well, you guys, thank you. Aww.
Oh, she's definitely his home. She treats us like family. So we went into treatment, and we wanted to get to a really good community.
Her and Michael have a thing where she tells him she loves him, and he tells her, I love you more. That's the kind of woman she is.
I'm like just so taken aback because I love them so much. The fact that, you know, they love me just as much just means a lot.
He's the guy that I go to if I have problems.
He teaches to accept anybody.
Start by saying thank you.
I would say thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for being more than just a teacher.
If you weren't there, I don't know where I would be right now.
He's also a soccer coach and male mentoring club president and a totally cool teacher.
So right now we're developing a video game.
Like yesterday, we went to the movies to learn about Harriet Tubman.
Okay, he's taking the stage right now, so we're just going to storm in and see what happens. You have won our Wish TV Golden Apple Award.
Wow.
Thanks for all that you do for your students, and just keep doing what you're doing.
Wow. Am I supposed to say something?
Mr. Waterfield changed me as a student.
I truly respect him.
Teaching is not an easy job, but you make it seem effortless.
I feel comfortable because he treats me like his son. He treats a lot of kids like they're his children.
Thank you so much for everything you've done for me and for other students.
We're the living embodiment of what we pray for and what we hope for. If you remember that, then you can get through anything.
Congratulations. And of course, we had to bring Nate Waterfield in to talk about that experience. Looking at that recap, Nate, tell me what you're thinking.
Like I said earlier, it's just a huge blessing. to have been given this award, and I'm just really thankful. Yeah.
Other teachers may be watching this going, I want to be a teacher like Mr. Waterfill. What advice would you have for them who are trying to build those relationships with students?
Your students are their parents' prayers personified. They're what their parents hope for. You're expecting and you're praying for a happy, healthy baby, and I know as a father I've been through that. With our first son, I was going through chemotherapy while my wife was pregnant with him, and I know that he was my prayer. He was the thing I held on to and the thing I fought for every day. It's the same thing for your students' parents or their grandparent or whomever they're living with. Not only will your relationship with your students be 10 times better, but you're rewarded for that. Your career's better, you feel better about the work you are doing, and you just build these lifelong bonds with your students.
Thank you for coming in today. We so appreciate your thoughts, and congratulations again.
Yeah, congrats to you.
And we'll be right back.
All right.
The coronavirus may have shut down schools in Indiana, but that didn't stop teachers from reaching their students. Meet the teachers who kept the learning going online. Next. You're watching Wish TV, Indiana's only statewide TV news network.
Welcome back to our Golden Apple Grand Finale special. The coronavirus forced schools around Indiana to close their doors in March, but that did not stop the learning process. Meet the teachers who not only helped their students cope, but also helped fellow teachers adjust. She turned her classroom into an escape room.
She gave the kids these puzzles that they had to solve, codes they had to crack.
And she took a space full of right angles and added
pillows on the floor they can sit on, balls that are giant that they can bounce on. They can feel comfortable in her classroom.
Seriously, I need you to go answer your door, your front door.
Her kids are more confident after they've left her room.
She's persistent. She's confident.
If there was any teacher I could bring through the rest of my school years, it would be her.
Heather, I appreciate everything that you've done for me and the students.
And I just want to thank you for everything that you've done.
How you feel being a mentor teacher and being able to advise other teachers on their classes too?
I love it. I get to help other teachers. I then take my experience outside of my four walls and get to help even more kids. I do it because I love you all.
Welcome to 4th grade in 2020. You start the year hands-on and end it entirely online. But with a Golden Apple quality teacher, you may never notice.
This teacher to me has really made a difference with Max. She's always positive about stuff.
Words came easily to students and parents about Ms. Darcy Kelly.
We wish you could go on with him in future years.
You really deserve this award.
That's the sweetest. Thank you so much. I'm overwhelmed. I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's all about them. It's all about you guys. And I love you all and miss you so much. You know, they deserve their education and their 4th grade experience to continue. And so I just want to do what I can for them to make this time, you know, a little easier, a little more enjoyable for them, because I know it's tough for them too.
Congratulations!
I love you guys.
And I've got Darcy Kelly with me now watching that. What's going through your head?
Well, wow. It was just such an incredible honor to see, you know, just the way that was put together. It was just so beautiful and very touching, very humbling, very overwhelming.
I love that teachers get inspiration from each other. Is there somebody in particular in your life who really inspires you when it comes to education?
I have a pretty big family of educators that I've been surrounded by as I've grown up, and I would have to say my mom is probably, it makes me emotional, but I think she's the one I look up to the most. I got to see, you know, all the behind the scenes work that she did, and it was incredible. She was an elementary PE teacher and went above and beyond to do things that were engaging and fun and exciting for the kids. I certainly admire all that she put into it, and it still inspires me today.
Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
And good luck for the next school year, and thanks for joining us here today.
Definitely, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Which teacher will win our Golden Apple Grand Prize and the $1,000 check? We'll reveal the answer next. You're watching Wish TV, Indiana's only statewide TV news network.
Welcome back, everyone, to our Golden Apple Grand Finale special. It is time to meet our grand prize winner, the teacher who will receive $1,000 from Bailey & Wood Financial Group. She's a special education teacher who's not only changing the lives of her students, but also attitudes in her entire school. 18 years ago in western Hendricks County, the Walker family welcomed Logan to the world.
Well, Logan was born with hydrocephalus, which is water on the brain, and he has had several difficulties in life.
But a few years ago, he started liking school, even loving it, thanks to Mrs. Heather Brewster.
Oh yeah, she's amazing. She has done so much for Logan, and I really think that she is one of the main reasons why he loves school so much.
Heather Brewster has a different philosophy when it comes to teaching special education.
She knows not only her kids, but the families very well.
She has one of the toughest jobs in the school.
Goes above and beyond for her kids.
This today is not about the school.
Okay.
It's all about you. What? We are all here to honor you and tell you that you have won the Wish TV Golden Apple Award.
$500. This goes to you for all of your hard work.
I love my job. I love my kids. I love their families.
We are all here, our Bailey & Wood crew, our Wish TV crew, school administration is here, and our winning teacher is right behind this door. Surprise! Heather Brewster, come on down. Oh, wow.
On behalf of Bailey & Wood, I think it's been an awesome pleasure to watch all the stories of all the teachers. But your story is very inspiring. You're well-deserving, and we're honored to be a part of this and honor you today.
Heather, your students love you, your faculty and staff love you, and we think that you're just a fantastic teacher. And so we wanted to surprise you as best we could. Did we actually surprise you?
Yes. Well, it was a little odd that my mom was wanting to go with her to the doctor, and I was like...
So there's this whole thing with a mother-in-law doctor's appointment this morning.
And last night she kept asking me, she was like, now, do you think that I'm allowed to go in the doctor's office? Because, and just over and over again, I'm like, I don't know.
Is he a good liar? Did he pull it off well?
He totally did. I had no idea that he knew.
What a surprise this morning, and what a moment. I've got Heather Brewster with me now. Thanks for coming in today. Oh my goodness. The point of Golden Apple is to honor and recognize teachers. And I'd love to hear your point of view as a teacher, what it means to be recognized by your students, faculty, and community members.
You know, it is an honor to be recognized because we do so much that I think that people just don't realize that we do between lesson planning and, you know, teaching your kids, making sure they're making academic growth, but also, you know, making sure that they're taken care of emotionally, and then with the crazy turn that happened this year at school, or not at school, I think, you know, parents and the community realized what more of a role that we play in their children's lives.
We've certainly seen a big response from the community. Mike Wood and Bailey Wood are here, of course, our financial sponsor. And it's something that, of course, I know is important to you to thank teachers as well, Bailey.
Yeah, for me, this was my favorite part of the year. Obviously, I work with my dad, and just giving back to the community, especially the teachers, because they're the unsung heroes. I know I've got teachers that have, you know, really touched my life. So it was my favorite to hear all your stories.
Yeah, I think congratulations first off, but for us to see all of the stories throughout the year, and I want to thank Wish TV8 and Brenna especially. I think you guys have done an unbelievable job. Congratulations on the Emmy nomination as well. But I think it's fantastic to bring stories, you know, like yours to the forefront, because again, the teachers there's so many people out there doing good, and this is what people need to hear, the positivity instead of the negativity. And I think that this is the beginning, and again, congratulations.
One thing we love about your story, Heather, is that you're a special education teacher. As we wrap up, I'd love to hear a little bit of your philosophy for folks at home about what you wish more people knew about special education.
You know, it's important to me to get my kids out there and not only educate my students, but educate other students and how to interact with them and get them involved.
Beautiful.
And, you know, and I hope that the other students,
and spread the love.
Yes, and that they carry that on
love it.
you know, through their lives.
Thank you so much, Heather. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night, and thanks for watching our special.